The first thing that you want to do is be able to open up a file that is 1080 by 1920, and you can start with the blank one. So whatever photo of your book, you want to click that and insert it on the actual page, enlarge it, center it, so that way you're actually seeing the entire thing. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a gradient in the background just so the photo of the actual book cover kind of pops. So I'll probably choose a color that's actually kind of blends with the cover of the book. That's why I kind of went with the orange and added some black at the bottom, give it a nice gradient flow to it. So now what you want to do is just attach it to the background. Once you've done that, you definitely want to go ahead and duplicate that actual page and make a second page out of it. So you'll duplicate that. So now you have two of the same thing. You're going to go back to the first one. And with that one, what you're going to do is highlight the actual book, and you're going to want to blur it completely. Now you can kind of play around with the intensity of the blur, but you want to blur it enough that you can't really see, but you can tell that there is something there, because the whole point is to be able to give it a loading feel. You'll get a loading element, and add it on top. I like this one. It's really cute because it really kind of gives you a feel that it's actually like there's something that you need to reveal on the back end, and it gives it a nice loading feel. From there, you want to add your text, and I kind of went simple. This is one of the texts that is already in Canva Pro, of course, if you have that. And all I did was simply highlight, change the wording that I wanted to change it to, make sure that it's actually centered on that first page, so that way they can see. And in my case, I decided to put new book loading, so have that on there. And of course the loading, I did it on top, so we're previewing it here, right, to kind of get you an idea of what it's that is actually coming along, and it's coming along really well. Now what I wanted to do was to add some animation to the actual text. So I did that with the first two lines of new book, and then I added some additional animation on the loading. So now all I'm going to do is duplicate what I have there, add it to the bottom, and then I'm going to actually change out the wording. So now with that, I'm going to kind of give, once of course the book is revealed, because that second part is the actual reveal of the book. So with that, all I'm doing is actually adding the theme of the actual book, which is African cuisine. So I'm going to shrink the font size. I am going to decrease the line spacing to kind of bring it more together so it's a better flow. And all of that are things that you can kind of play around to see what best works for you. Center it there. And then I'm going to add some animation to the African cuisine font. Let's preview. So we see both page 1 and page 2. But what we are missing is that we want to add a nice smooth transition between the two so it's a better flow. So what we're going to do is to add the match and move. And we'll kind of adjust the speed how we want it. So I kind of played around with it a little bit until I got it to where I actually wanted it. And you can do the same. Here's the preview. And here's a better flow.